Salutations, my Fallout lovers. It is Matty here today with a Fallout 4 news update. Naturally, before every single Fallout 4 DLC drops, we get a look at the achievement list to give us some more additional speculation. Now, mind you that there are minor spoilers in this list, but really I wouldn't have been comfortable sharing it if the spoilers were massive. So keep that in mind when looking at this list. Watch at your own risk. Me personally, I feel comfortable reading it. I am still wondering about tons and tons and tons of things, so don't think that this will blow any surprises for you. But if you still don't feel comfortable watching on, then by all means tab out of the video and just continue waiting for Far Harbor. But I wanted to share this with you guys so you guys could speculate about other things. So let's start off with the 5 quest achievements that come with the total 10 achievements in this that add up to 180 gamer score. So we have complete the quest Far From Home, Where You Belong, The Way Life Should Be, Cleansing the Land, and Close to Home. So Far From Home and Close to Home are pretty obvious ones. They likely have to deal with the missing daughter of this woman. Then Where You Belong, I can't really speculate too much on that, but The Way Life Should Be, based off the picture that we have in this little screenshot here, we can see someone sitting in a chair. It is likely something that has to do with the synth that we meet at the end of the Far Harbor trailer. And then Cleansing the Land, that sounds to me like maybe picking a side and getting rid of whatever forces are against you when you pick that side. But we won't linger on the quest achievements much because all we're doing is kind of looking at the pictures. How about some new collectibles? The Islanders Almanac. Collect all issues of the Islanders Almanac magazine. So yes, Far Harbor does also feature new collectibles, which is so exciting because for me personally, one of my favorite additions to Fallout 4 was the magazines. I really like them because they ended up being mini perks, and you had like the Wasteland Survival Guide, which were like also tiny little bonuses that were scattered. And that's kind of how I imagine the Islanders Almanac. Maybe you'll get bonus damage against sea creatures. Maybe you'll do something with cooking. I could see a lot of kind of survival focused things going into the Islanders Almanac. So that's how I personally view it. And I'm really excited to make videos on collecting all of these. The next achievement we're taking a look at is Hooked. Defeat 30 Far Harbor sea creatures. Now we see the Vault Boy holding a gaff in the picture. Yes, I got it right this time, ladies and gentlemen. As you all know, I stupidly called it a harpoon and used the complete wrong word in my in-depth analysis, but that is a gaff he is holding, which is always fantastic, meaning that maybe we can just hunt these. I wonder if it's tying into like a bounty system where you keep going out and hunting down these sea creatures, or is it kind of just like, for example, the Super Mutant Behemoth type achievements where it's like you're just exploring the world, you find a Far Harbor sea creature, you kill it. Once you kill 30 of them, boom, all of a sudden you have that achievement. It's always possible it goes that way. I personally hope it's tied into a quest system, but nonetheless, if these are like kind of mini bosses scattered around the island, I think that would be a fun little dynamic to add in there. Either way, hunting sea creatures sounds absolutely amazing. When you really think about it, it's starting to bring back some of the goofier vibes from the older Fallout games that some of us really do miss. I personally do. I think Fallout has gotten a bit too grim, and I think it's missing some of that dark humor that made all of them special beforehand. So I'm really hoping with the like hunting sea creatures and stuff, it'll be kind of fun just because it's like, wow, only in Fallout can I hunt sea creatures. That would be so cool. Next is New England Vacationer. Discover 20 Far Harbor locations. Now relax, ladies and gentlemen. I know exactly what just zipped through your mind. 20? That's a bit of a small number. We have to take a couple of ideas into account though. Number one is when you look at the dungeon, the Mechanist Lair during the Automatron DLC, that thing took an hour to get through. That was a massive dungeon. That was an awesome dungeon too. And if there's 20 of those in Far Harbor, that's awesome. But mind you, I think a more accurate prediction here is when we look at Fallout 4's official achievement list, that we have the achievement that lets you discover 100 areas, and that's how you get it. So I think to myself, if Fallout 4 has a total of about 355 or so locations and that 246 are marked, that this achievement is likely not indicative of the total number of locations in Far Harbor. It's likely a third or half of what's in the setting itself. So let's say that they're all decent sized dungeons. Not every area is going to offer us something big and interesting, but if there's a decent amount of locations, I'd say about 40 to 60, I'll personally be happy. The next achievement is Push Back the Fog. Unlock 3 Far Harbor workshop locations. So as we know, Far Harbor will offer brand new settlements. I'm sure Preston is very happy right now. But more importantly, I wanted to focus on the picture of the lights that the Vault Boy is building. I did speculate in my in-depth analysis that perhaps he was building these neon blue lights that push back the fog or something like that. They kind of cut through the fog perhaps. And it seems like maybe that's what they do based off this picture here. They most certainly look the same, and based off off the name of the achievement, I'd say it's a safe bet, but that makes things very interesting. What is going on with the fog in Far Harbor? Who knows? But still, new workshops. That means that there's going to be new items, new stuff to build, new places to expand to. Should be a good time. And the last achievement we're taking a look at is just add salt water. Cook one of the new Far Harbor recipes. So naturally, we will find new recipes in Far Harbor, just like we found in the open world in Fallout 4. We'd find new recipes to cook and brew certain things, and so it's nice to see that expand into Far Harbor. Obviously, we're going to be encountering, like they mentioned in earlier achievements, new sea creatures. There's gonna be new enemies. Obviously, they will drop meat and hides and all that stuff, which means that we can make different things with it, which means that obviously Far Harbor is gonna offer us brand new foods to eat, which can also expand into survival mode a little bit more, which is always a good time. But nonetheless, I really like what I'm seeing in these achievements. They have me really jazzed to see what we're gonna be doing here with the cooking, the new collectibles. Obviously, the quest is going to be very fun to play through. And then lastly is the hunting of the sea creatures. That sounds like a blast too. And then we'll also be building new settlements. So all this stuff seems like a natural expansion of Fallout 4's base game, but also taking new steps in interesting directions. As always, the link to the achievement list is down below if you would like to go ahead and look yourself. Go ahead and check out that in the description down below. While you're there, be sure to follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. The links are in there as well. Check out sugarbomb.com, the place by Bethesda fans for Bethesda fans. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.